It's iPhone day, baby. Let's do some unboxing. All right, we got a lot to open up here, but none of this matters. This, oh baby, this is where we start. I will say, somebody at Apple loves me.
Or they do.
No, they love Judd, okay? All right, so we do have the 16 and the 16 Plus. Now, I'm biased, so we're starting here. Let's pop this thing open. Oh, baby, yeah. This is just, this reminds me of when we had Pacific Blue on the 12 Pro. So the iPhone 16 line comes in a few different colors. We're going to be getting black, white, pink, this beautiful teal, and ultramarine. Apple actually changed up their process. So they did some different manufacturing with the glass. So now the colors are far more vibrant. I'm in love. I'm mad this is not a Pro. But this is the 16 Plus. And oh, okay, a braided USB-C to C cable. Did they have this in the 15 last year? I can't remember. Apple Watch Ultra, they all have like this braided look, and now that's coming down to all of the iPhones. Bad memory aside though, this is a very nice braided C to C cable. And of course, oh, they switched up the paperwork even. Now it's this oval look.
The camera cut out.
Yeah, is the camera cut out? There's not even a quick start guide?
Now it's the Apple Intelligence. Ask like how to do
Oh,
this,
right. The fact that there is no quick start guide though is new, but you're right, Jay. You can just ask Apple Intelligence. You can just ask Siri now how to do anything on the phone. Now we do have our little film protecting the screen, and you'll notice there are 5 icons because there are now 5 buttons on this. Let's go through it all. So I'm gonna pop this off. And to save some time, I'm just gonna power this thing on. So we have our volume controls and a new button, the action button. So the action button was something we only saw on the 15 Pro models. Wasn't on the 15. Now Apple has brought it down to the 16 lineup. And on this side, we have our power button. And over here, we have our camera control button. So basically what camera control is going to allow you to do, it gives you quick access to the camera. So just like with a typical camera, you have that like shutter button. This is now the shutter button for the iPhone. And when it comes to the control side of things, you get a little menu. I'll go ahead and finish setting this thing up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, so we're gonna get to those camera controls in a second, but as we're going through the setup process, for those folks who are coming from maybe an iPhone 15, 15 Plus, and you've never had the action button before, now with this button, when you go through the setup process, you can pick what this button does. You can still keep that button so that you can turn it into silent mode, but you can do other things like change your focus, open up the camera, don't need that. There's a lot of functionality you get with this, and if you guys want to see a more in-depth software side of things with like iOS 18 and you know what to do with your phone, let me know with a comment down below. Oh, okay, so camera control menu, let's see what that's about. Click the camera to open up the camera app, then click again to use the camera control as a shutter, okay? Oh, that's all. Now, before we jump into the camera control, you might notice the camera layout is a little bit different. We don't have that giant square like we used to with the iPhone 15. And you'll also notice that the angle is different. So now the lenses aren't angled like this, they're straight down. And that's so you can get spatial photos. Anyway, camera control. So the idea here is when you press the button, it opens up the camera. And once you've got this thing open, you can go ahead and press it again, take a photo. And now you can go ahead and do a half press. So you're keeping your finger on it, and then you can slide to zoom in or zoom out. And when you double tap, it'll allow you to switch between different menu options. So when you go into depth, it'll take you into portrait mode. And when you're in portrait mode, you're able to change how much depth you want your photo to have. So it gives you access to these like pro-like features, so you can go ahead and change things on the fly. And even tone, which is for like different skin complexions so that you can get the right skin tone for you. We'll talk about that in like the full review, but I love seeing that there. Especially for me, it's gonna be a good thing. Now, I don't think the average person is going to really mess around with these settings unless they care about their photography, but I think a lot of people are gonna be happy that they can just press a button now and take a picture. That also means you free up this little icon on your lock screen. You can get rid of this and this if you want to by putting your flashlight here and having your camera here. So this could open up 2 completely different things, like messages, your phone app. The world is yours. All right, so that's 16 Plus. Let's take a look at 16. Dang, it's so vibrant. This is more vibrant than I remember when I was in Apple Park. Like, it's just so colorful. And of course, the same size difference between the two. This one has a 6.1 inch display, while this one has a 6.7 inch display. But real quick, this is the 15, and do you see how pale this is in comparison to these colors? If this were a banana, this is the inside of the banana, the part like you actually eat. If we had yellow this time around, it looked more like the peel. Now, the last thing we need to talk about with the 16s is the new processor. They have Apple's A18 processor, which is 2 generations up. 15 was the A16, they skipped 17, now we're on 18. The Pros have the A18 Pro, and we're on iOS 18. So it's like 18 across the board. Very simple stuff. It's gonna be easy to remember. But with this A18, that means we'll be able to take advantage of Apple Intelligence and all of the good stuff that comes there, better battery life. So lots of improvements, but let's go ahead and look at the pros. And you know what? I feel like going old school when we used to give away iPhones. And why not on a day like early iPhone day, to do a giveaway to one of you guys. If you guys want a chance at winning a free iPhone, all you gotta do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel and leave a comment down below with your handle and which social media platform you're on, because not everyone's on Instagram or Twitter. I'm on all of them, so I'll reach out over there, and I'll be announcing the winner over on Instagram. So you might as well follow me there so you can keep up. So make sure you're subscribed, you hit that bell, all that good stuff, and an iPhone 16, 16 Plus, Pro Max. One of them could be yours. All right, now let's talk about the pros. So over here, we've got the 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max. Now, I'm a Pro Max kind of guy, so we're starting with this. All right, so the one we have over here comes in the new titanium color Desert. So it's the newest one. They've got 4 colors. There's black titanium, natural titanium, white titanium, and desert titanium. So desert, I feel like, is that rose gold color we usually get, that gold option.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we've got going on here. Now, unboxing this, again, we get that braided USB-C to C cable and the very simple paperwork. Oh, Jay, this doesn't,
what?
Bruh, what do you, no.
Right.
I mean, they can't put a triangle in there. Now we've got those 5 icons for the 5 buttons. I'm going to power this thing on, and just taking a quick look around here, it's largely the same, but in a titanium body, and obviously those new colors. But we do have that big square with our 3 cameras. So we do have some slightly new cameras over here. We've got a new 48 megapixel ultra wide camera. Can't wait to test that out. We also have a new sensor on our 48 megapixel wide angle camera, and we also have our 5x telephoto camera. Now, here's the thing about the new Pro models. They're bigger than last year. So this is a 6.9 inch display. So this is my 15 Pro Max over here, and if we were to put them side by side, you can see the 16 Pro Max is a bit taller, and I believe Apple shrunk down the bezel just ever so slightly so we can get a little bit more screen out of this design. Now, right out the gate, it doesn't feel like a massive difference, although on paper it sounds massive to me. Very curious to see what it's gonna be like with a case, which we have some case options over here. All right, let me go ahead and set this thing up though. All right, so we're in now. I'm gonna hit that camera control button. Now, what I wanna see is how different the menu might be from the 16. Okay, so it looks like it has all the same menu options, which is really cool for the 16. But I will say, just as a techie and nerd, I can see that ProMotion display in full effect. Like, it feels smoother. Obviously, this one has like a higher refresh rate. The regular ones look fine at 60. But when you compare them to the Pro, you can see the difference, at least I can. So right here, we've got that new 48 megapixel ultra wide. So if you wanna get like a macro shot and get a really, really close.
Oh, that's a real macro shot.
Yeah, no, it's legit. I think you can be up to 2 centimeters away now.
Yeah, damn.
All right, let's unbox the 16 Pro. So the 16 Pro also has a larger display. This is a 6.3 inch display versus the 6.1 that it used to be. So we've got all around bigger Pro phones this year. So if we're comparing the 15 Pro Max to the 16 Pro, it still doesn't feel like they're in the same category, even though that number is a little bit closer. So don't worry, with the 16 Pro, you're not moving into the old Pro Max or Plus territory at all. And like I said before, these two share the A18 Bionic Pro, which is exciting because Apple says the Pro Max is gonna get the best battery life ever on an iPhone. I can't wait to put that to the test in the real day in the life. I'm very excited to jump ship because my battery hasn't been so hot as of late with my 15 Pro Max, so I'm ready for this upgrade. For me, I think battery is probably one of the most important things, as well as the camera and performance for gaming. We're now going to be able to see AAA titles, as Apple says, to come to the smartphone. So now they've got, I think, a few more titles on the way. I think they had Assassin's Creed last year. Now, of course, Apple Intelligence is like the big thing. This is just an unboxing, so we're not gonna go over all of the features that we're gonna be seeing with Apple Intelligence, but there's lots of cool stuff, erasing people out of photos or erasing things out of photos, being able to have Siri give you personal context using your own data, and all kinds of good stuff. If you guys haven't seen what updates are coming to iOS and you're curious, I'll of course include our WWDC video where we go over some of the best features coming to the phones in the description. All right, so now that we've checked out our phones, let's take a look at some of these accessories. So we've got the new silicone cases for the 16 models, and we've got a silicone case for the Pro, and we have a clear case for the Pro Max. I'm very curious to see how that camera control button is going to work with these. So let's pop them open. I'm gonna go with this. Oh, such a good color. So this is the silicone case, and this is the button over here.
That's not a cutout?
It's not a cutout. So it's an actual button. Now what's interesting is this is touch capacitive. So what that means is as your finger glides across it, it's going to register that as an input. And I love when you get that confirmation that you're putting on a MagSafe. So let's go ahead and see. So now with this button, this is not a cutout, okay? And will it, oh yeah, there you go.
Feels exactly the same as using it?
Yeah, you feel the haptics and everything. So I am extremely curious to see how other manufacturers, case manufacturers, handle doing this. I've already seen some, and they basically put a giant cutout, like there's a giant hole there. But real quick, we don't have all the colors, but we have some. This is that pink, plum, clear. So clear is more of like a hard shell case. And look at that, the button's different here. It's an actual white button, kind of matches the MagSafe in the back. And then click, and yeah, works like it should. And while we're talking about accessories, these new iPhones have support for new wireless charging with speeds up to 25 watts. So Apple came out with a new MagSafe charger. They have a 2-meter MagSafe charger over here. So now we've got a much longer MagSafe puck. So with something like this, you can charge up to 50% in 30 minutes. And Apple sells the 30-watt charging brick over here. So if you guys want to see what that looks like. So with this 30-watt charging brick, you plug this in and you're gonna get 25 watts. What's nice here is that this is a viable option now on like your bed, because wireless charging before kind of meant you have to like put your phone down on your side table or something at night. Now you can kind of keep it with you as you browse and let it charge, and you get that quick charging. This is a legit option. And we do have the new wallet. This is the fine woven wallet in the plum color. So we've seen these wallets before. You slap it on. What's nice is that you do get the functionality to find your wallet if you happen to misplace it. That functionality is just dope. Real Day in the Life is coming soon. Make sure you enter into the giveaway. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.